Once upon a time, in a land not so far away, there was a peculiar little jar sitting on my kitchen counter. It was an ordinary glass jar, nothing fancy or extravagant, but what it held inside was pure magic. I called it the jar of life. Now, you might be wondering, what on earth is a jar of life? Well, let me tell you. This unassuming jar was my tool for leading a fulfilling life, brimming with happiness, gratitude, and personal growth. Think of it as a magic potion that I brewed for myself every day. One fine morning, while sipping on my coffee, I decided to create the jar of life. I gathered some colorful pieces of paper and a pen, and I started writing down things that made me happy and grateful. It could be something big, like landing my dream job, or something small, like enjoying a warm slice of pizza on a Friday night. The key was to recognize the little joys in life and appreciate them. As the days went by, my little jar began to fill up with these happiness nuggets. On days when I felt down or overwhelmed, I would reach into the jar, pull out a random slip of paper, and read it aloud. It was like a shot of positive energy straight to the soul. Even my grumpy cat seemed to be intrigued by the magical jar. But hey, cats are curious creatures. You see, the jar of life taught me a valuable lesson about perspective. Life is like a pizza. You can choose to focus on the crusty, burnt edges, or you can relish the cheesy goodness at the center. I learned to savor the good moments, no matter how small or insignificant they might seem. And in doing so, I found myself feeling more content and appreciative of life's blessings. But the magic of the jar of life didn't stop there. It also acted as a compass, guiding me towards personal growth and self-improvement. Whenever I encountered a challenge or setback, I'd write down the lesson I learned from it on a piece of paper and add it to the jar. One of the most memorable entries came after a disastrous attempt at baking the cake. It turned out flat and tasted like cardboard. As I grumbled and tossed it in the trash, I realized that life, much like baking, involves trial and error. We can't expect every endeavor to be perfect, but we can certainly learn from our mistakes and improve along the way. The more I shared my jar of life journey with friends and family, the more I realized that it wasn't just a quirky little experiment. It was a way of life. The concept of focusing on the positive, expressing gratitude, and learning from setbacks resonated with others too. A friend of mine, let's call him Bob, was going through a rough patch in his career. He felt stuck and unmotivated, unsure of what he wanted to do. I handed him an empty jar and encouraged him to start his own jar of life. At first, he thought it was silly, but he decided to give it a shot anyway. Months later, Bob told me how the jar had become his beacon of hope. On days when he felt lost, he'd read through his notes and be reminded of his achievements, both big and small. It gave him the confidence to keep moving forward, even if the path was uncertain. Now, dear reader, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds cute and all, but what's the big deal? How can a jar full of paper scraps change my life? Well, let me tell you, the jar of life is more than just a container. It's a mindset shift. It's about cultivating a positive outlook, practicing gratitude, and embracing the journey of personal growth. It's like having a tiny life coach on your kitchen counter, cheering you on every step of the way. So why not give it a try? Grab a jar, some colorful paper, and a pen. Start jotting down your moments of joy and gratitude, no matter how small. Celebrate your victories and learn from your challenges. Embrace the magic of the jar of life, and you'll find yourself on a path to leading a more fulfilling and enriched life. Remember, life is like a pizza, and you get to decide how you savor it. Will you focus on the crusty edges, or will you relish the cheesy goodness at the center? The choice is yours, my friend. And with your very own jar of life, the journey will be all the more delightful. Happy filling. If you have gained value from this video, give it a like and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.